Um, so that was the other ones I still use, but this one is the best one because it goes onto there. Hi guys, I got a new gadget. There you go, all-in-one file hub. Here's the idea, and I'm going to show you this in action anyway, but I just want to show you it. The idea of this is you can do your work on your iPad and then transfer your large files over to an external hard drive from your iPad or iPhone. Yeah. This is just one of my steps towards working away from the computer and more on the iPad. So I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know how it works yet, but I just thought I'd open it whilst I'm here on the camera. Well, it's smallish, it's not tiny, but it's also a battery as well, so you can charge things up with it. But the most important thing, it's like a hub. Yeah, so it's like a hub. Let me open it up. So you can put a card in there. Now there's a little compartment somewhere there. Oh. This is why you should read the instructions. But in there, somehow, there you go. Let's see. In there, you got like that connector there, you know, for the USB, and you got a Ethernet connector, so you can plug an Ethernet in there, and it can turn into like a Wi-Fi hub as well. But the idea is this gives off its own Wi-Fi channel, as it were, signal, which your iPad will connect to, and this becomes and you plug your external hard drive into this. And then what it happens is this handles everything. Your iPad can then access your files on your external hard drive through this, using Wi-Fi. And obviously you can have like your iPhone connected to it as well and stuff like that. That's the idea. And I'll show you this in action as well, because hopefully it's going to become part of the new workflow. What else we got in here? Oop. Okay, this is like the charging cable. There is a newer one of them out as well, but it's more money. But they were sold out, so I couldn't buy it. But this one's just as good. Instructions with pictures, always a good thing. I don't tend to read instructions though. I like to just dive straight in. Now you do need to download an app onto your pad or your iPhone or whatever phone you're using. Get rid of that now. Because obviously it's the app that makes it all happen. But I'll be using this a lot anyway, so we're going to have a lot of videos of me using this, because the idea is workflow. I'm trying to get my workflow onto my iPad or my phone, but the file size, you see, my pad's only 256k. So I was thinking, well, if I could get a 1 terabyte flash drive, transfer all the data from my pad to the flash drive, because my computer's only a 1 terabyte, then I could do my workflow anywhere, you see. And that's the idea. So I'm going to plug a external hard drive into this, which I've got over there. Obviously the external hard drive is one that's self-powered through the USB, and I don't have to plug it into a socket. So this will power the hard drive. So I'll just plug them in, put it in the bag, and obviously turn it on. And my iPad can access the files on the hard drive. So I can do a big edit and then transfer the files to the external hard drive. And I can stream it back and forth, if you know what I mean. So I don't have to keep all the files on my pad. So I can keep like B-roll and stuff all on the hard drive, or you know, like my intros and stuff, I can keep that on the hard drive. I don't need to keep it on the pad. I can just bring it in when I need it and stuff like that. That's the idea. So anyway, this is just showing you this. I'm hoping I'm going to attach this part of the video to me actually using this. It's very late here, so, and I've just come in from my late shift, but I wanted to open it up, but I thought I'd video that. So I'll show you all the bits and pieces on this as well. That's where we charge it, and obviously we've got the one and the output. Now if I can open that again, you need to have nails, fingernails by the looks of it, to get this open, and it pulls. Yeah, those two connectors. As I said, there is a newer one of this, a different one, a bigger one, but it's slightly faster. I've got 3 bars, so it has got a bit of power, but I will charge it up. I wonder if this one will fit it. I'm just doing this. Keep trying. Let's try this one. I've got so many wires here. Ah, that fits. I'll just use that. So that's charging. Yeah, so that's the idea. Oh, and it's not that expensive. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it. And this one cost me about £30 odd. I believe the other one is obviously a little bit more money. It's a little bit bigger, but it's a little bit faster. And I think that one was available in America, but not in the UK. It was sold out here. So, and I'll put a link to this anyway, and then you can sort of track down this one and the other one to see which one you want. But for me, this one's just fine, I think. I'm only transferring video files. I'm not going to be watching movies on it. And if I did watch a movie, I'd have it on the pad, or I'd watch it on the telly. This is purely for my external, and I'll show you the external hard drive I'm using as well. It's one of my old ones. But that's the general principle behind that. I also got another gadget, which I will be using at some point. You might have seen this around. This plugs into the GoPro, and it allows you to plug a mic into the GoPro. And I don't know if it's any good yet. It's got a lot of bad reviews because of the bulkiness of it, and it is bulky, and it's expensive as well. And I might not even use it, to be honest, because it's too bulky. And the whole idea of a GoPro is to keep it small. But we'll have a look at this at a later time. And I've got another gadget, but I haven't got it here. But I will show you that in action out on my next walk. It's a power bank to power the camera, and it clips onto the pole, and it's really, really easy to use, and it's out of the way as well, which is key. And I'll show you that as well. So anyway, hopefully I'm going to be back in a minute showing you this in action. But yeah, talk again soon. Hi, it's Brian here. Yeah, I'm just continuing this video. What I've done is, if I can bring it in, it's underneath everything. So that's the setup. There's the hub. That's an external hard drive, which obviously I've got wired in. Yeah, so that I'm gonna put there for a minute. What I did is I installed this app here, File Hub Plus. There is another one called Rave File Hub. They both seem to work, although for some reason I think File Hub Plus is the better one. So what you got to do is you got to go to the Wi-Fi settings, turn on the Wi-Fi, this obviously, keep it pressed, there you go, and now that's booting up. Just let it finish, and you should see the Wi-Fi come up in your Wi-Fi list. Do 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 do. Here we go, hopefully. Now that I'm on camera, it don't work. Here we go, there it's there. So I can press that. I've already logged in, but if you don't log in, you'll get the password box come up. It's defaulted at 8 ones, so you've got to do number 1 8 times, and obviously you can change that password. So once you've got that, you're on this Wi-Fi, you go into the app, and it will connect and link up and everything. Now I've got the hard drive. This is interesting. I've been getting this error, and I have emailed them. Power is less than 15% to continue normally. Please charge device. Well, the device is charged fully, but yeah, I'm getting this error. And I don't know why yet. I think it's because this hard drive is maybe old, and I think that's what it is. It thinks that this has got low power, but it does work. So that's what I think it is, but it does still work. It's just annoying because it keeps coming up. So if I go into files now, you can see File Hub here, and that's telling me what's on my hard drive now. So I can go to videos. I copied these over to the hard drive using the hub, and so I can press that, for instance. That's slow motion. That's that footage we were testing. It's a little bit laggy for me. On other people's videos I was watching, it seemed to be fast, but it does lag a little bit for me. But I think that's my hard drive. It's a bit. I think it's an old hard drive because I've had that for years. I want to get a WD, one of those small WD ones. So you can play your videos from your hard drive, which is really cool. The idea of this is so that I can load videos onto this external drive, because it's 1 terabyte. I want to get a full one. Oh, maximum is 4 terabytes on here. So I can, send and use footage as I'm editing and stuff, and I don't have to keep it all on the pad. That's the plan. So that's basically it. And obviously I can get photos and everything else on here, and I've got access to the pad as well, and I can copy stuff from the pad obviously to the file hub, and you can put other things into this, like card and stuff like that. Okay, I almost forgot a very important thing. So this is like an add-in clip, so that's why it might look a bit funny. I forgot to mention this hard drive was originally formatted for my Mac, and the that would not read it. So what I had to do is I had to reformat my external drive in a FAT format. That's like a DOS format. So it's you can still use it and stuff, but it has to be in like a Microsoft DOS format, because it only reads apparently FAT16 and FAT32. But obviously the only option I got off the Mac was to format it in a FAT format. But you'll see it anyway when you get to do the format. And if you want me to make a video on how I did that, let me know, and I'll make a quick video on how I formatted my external drive on my Mac. So if you're having a problem with formatting your drive, let me know, and I'll make a video on how I did that, because I actually had to go and look for a video on how to do it myself, because it's hidden in your files. But I'll make a video. So that's what I had to do. Just had to throw that in there. If you plug your thing in and it's not working, it's probably because you need to format your external drive in a FAT format. Okay, back on with the video. So that's that toy. Quite good. There is a few bugs. I found that if I was transferring more than say 4 videos from my iPad to the external, it crashed. So I was doing 4. That was my max I tried. So a little bit buggy, but that could be my hard drive. Like I said, it is an old one, so I'm hoping that's it. I have emailed them, but I haven't had a response yet. Now the other toy I've got, let me just get it out there. Let me just flip the cover on this because I don't want to scratch my screen. The other toy I got was this little thing here. It looks a bit like a pipe bomb, doesn't it? But that comes off. Yeah, this is the main thing I wanted here. This goes round my selfie stick pole. You can see where I'm going with this. That goes around the selfie stick pole really nicely, and this obviously goes on there. And this is a power bank, and this top bit comes off, and I can charge it up, and I can put the USB into there and then charge my camera whilst I'm using it. And what I like about this is this thing here. You can just put that on your selfie stick and just hold the stick, or hold the stick. you know, and it's pretty much out the way. Obviously, it depends on how long your cable is, but I have found that, where is it? You can get, I've got a really long one. If I can find it, just a normal cable like this. Obviously, the right size will charge and work up on the camera, although it does stick out. But the other one, although it's like that, it does stick out a bit anyway. And what you do is you put that on your selfie stick, and what you do then is you wrap the cable around the stick like that to the camera, and that just stops the wires from flapping around. So that's how I use that, and it's really, really cool. If I will try and link this in the description where I got it from. Got it on Amazon, but I'll get a link to it so you don't have to keep searching for it. If I haven't done that, please comment and say, "Oi, you've forgotten to put that link on." But I shouldn't forget. Well, I do normally forget, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so best thing I ever bought, this. But it'd be much better, Insta, if you brought out and released those spare batteries. Wouldn't that be cool? And I wouldn't have to use this, although this is still handy, you know, even with spare batteries, I suppose, because you go through them. I also noticed that in the cold, those batteries, I can't even get that around. Those batteries don't last very long, and this is really handy, especially if you're doing time lapse. But it does look a little bit like a pipe bomb. I did actually buy another one here, but it's too big to fit. I'll get this off. It was too big to. This is a mic holder. That was my other idea. Put it in a mic holder, but that doesn't fit in there. It's too big, which is a real shame, because then I could have bought, you know, these. But I suppose I could just also buy another one of these. They're fairly cheap. So that was the other ones I still use, but this one is the best one because it goes onto there. What do you think of my plan? So there you go. That's my external battery. I'll probably get another one of these. External hard drive setup. So when I'm out and about, I don't have to worry about filling up the camera card, although you could just take the card out and put another card in, I suppose. That would probably be quicker than doing this. So you could always just use another card and take the card out of your camera and put another card in. I've only just thought of that, but I have got spare cards. I don't know why. My brain, that is. But obviously, if your pad's getting full up with stitch files, say, and videos, you can just send them to your external drive. And this, by the way, only costs about 30 odd pound. What's that in dollars? $40, $50, something like that. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. I haven't been able to go out and do a walk because the weather here is really, really horrible, and I've still got this flu, which is really lingering, which has obviously dried up my footage, and it's really depressing because I just want to get out now, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So I hope you found that of some help. I want to do a video on the workflow again, because people have been asking me why is some footage so sharp and crisp and yet other footage just looks rubbish, and I want to show you why that's happening. I know some videos I exported from the video app in the wrong format. They weren't in 1080, they were in 720, so that's some of the reason. But there is an editing reason for it, which I want to show you. I hope if anyone out there's been waiting for their camera to come, I hope it's come. Insta do seem to be really slow when they're sending stuff out. I don't know why that is. Or maybe it's just because we're so used to Amazon being so quick with like next day delivery. I don't know. But yeah, but this I'm really pleased with, because I used this on the Christmas walk and it was really good. And now you got the external drive so you don't have to worry about your pad getting full up with videos. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful. If you haven't joined already, I know you can't see my face, you can only see my hands. Please press that subscribe button down there and show some love. And remember to press like. Anyway, talk again soon. Take care.